Alright, so hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the new materials about the central government and local government relationship. And yeah, if you still remember about the last meeting, the previous meeting about the bureaucracy in Indonesia, this topic is still related with the bureaucracy because yeah, like in the government management, in the governance, we we have the discussion about the how the relation between central government and also the local government. So why it is important, and then why the government, if the central government should have the good cooperation or good relationship between local government, and what's the impact, and then how if they have a bad relationship or bad communication between central and also the local government. So we will talking more, and we will discuss it this topic today. All right, so for the introduction, as you know that in running its government, the relationship between the central government and local governments must be well and harmonious. I mean, both of the be well and harmonious is it means also about the integration. So the central government and also the local government have uh, have the good communication, have the good integration. So this interwoven goals is for the prosperity for the people, for the citizen. So the goal is about the prosperity for the people, for the citizen. And as you know that the relationship between the central government and also the local government can be tracked from the third and fourth paragraph of the preamble or pembukaan to the Constitution, our Constitution 1945 of the Republic of Indonesia. So, for the central government and also the local government relationship, if we are talking about Indonesian case, so it can be shown in the third and fourth paragraph of the preamble, our Constitution. So the third paragraph contains the statement of the independence of the Indonesian nation. Meanwhile, the fourth paragraph contains a statement that after declaring independence, the first to be formed is the government of the Indonesian state, namely the national government, which is responsible for regulating and managing in Indonesian nation. So if you identify this this statement in the first beginning, like after in Indonesian independency, and then Indonesian people have to manage the state, so they make the government administration, and then in history we have like before the decentralization, we know or we apply the centralization. So in the first state, in the first beginning, Indonesia just used the centralization system to regulating and manage in the Indonesian nation. So it is further stated that the duty of the Indonesian state government is to protect the entire nation and spill Indonesian's blood, promote public welfare, and educate the nation's life, and participate in maintaining world order based on independence, eternal peace, and social justice. So it means, in the fourth article, or in the fourth paragraph, like mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa, ikut menertibkan kehidupan internasional atau dunia. That's our goals. That's our, our purpose. So the good relationship between the central and also the local government wants to realize the goals of the Indonesians that attach in preamble of the Constitution. That's make the logical consequence that the concept of the unitary state is that the governmental power is in the hands of the central government. Again, because um, the higher power in the government is in the central government. That's if we are talking the centralization. Actually, the next meeting you will discuss more detail about the centralization and also the decentralization. So if you're talking about the centralization, the authority only in the central government. But if we are talking about the decentralization, the authority will separate or will divide in a local government. So following the decentralization policy, it's mean nowadays part of the government power was transferred to the region in the spirit of broadest autonomy. So the keyword is because we try to apply the autonomy system. We call it decentralization policy. So the central government power just transfer the region authority. However, regardless of the extent of autonomy granted to the regions, the ultimate responsibility for administering government power remains with the central government. So, like, even the local government have the authority to manage and to regulating their own region or their own local government. But the final or the big responsibility, of course, still on the central government uh, or in national government. It's also proof that our decentralization is put on Article 18, Paragraph 2 and Paragraph 5 of our Constitution in 1945, Republic of Indonesia, state that a regional government has the authority that regulate and administer government affairs by itself according to the principle of autonomy and co-administered that is granted that widest possibility to autonomy. So it means that, again, for the decentralization itself, it's already put on the Article 18, Paragraph 2 and 5 that state that the local government has the authority to regulate and manage the government affairs by themselves, but according to the principle of the autonomy and co-administration. I mean, like, I will talking about autonomy and also co-administration later, but you know, again, for the power, I mean, the final or the big power is still on the central government. So I think you can download the this article and then you can read it in maybe in Bahasa Indonesia, but for the English is just like this one. All right, so actually, if we're talking about the central and also the local government, I think you guys may know about the definition, right? So um, again, a central government is the government that is controlling power over unitary state. I mean, have the biggest power, has the you know um, yeah, controlling the power over whole the state, always equivalent um, um, in the unitary state, right? So what about the local government? Yeah, local government only a piece of the region. I mean, Indonesia have many region. We have 34 provinces, and the local government is like they just manage their own um, their own region. I mean, like for example, in Sumatra, in Java, in Sulawesi, in Kalimantan, and so on and so forth. So why the local government is important for us, for Indonesians? Okay, I try to know you about the regulation first because our discussion is based on our regulation. So first, the law number 9 of 2025 concerning second amendment, the law number 23 of 2014 concerning regional government. So basically, our law is first is number 5 of 1962, but it's too old, and then just amendment in law number 32 of 24. And yeah, this regulation quite longer to apply in Indonesia, but then um, the government and people just like think that the regulation, the old regulation, it's not suitable with this nowadays condition. So just the law changed by number 23 of 2014 about the regional government. Now we use the law number 9 of 2015. May you can download it and read it. But the point is law number 9 of 2015, uh, not really much changing from the law number 23 of 2014. All right, so yeah, of course, if you still remember what I said before, that why the relationship between local government and also the central government is important is because the prosperity try to make the synergy about the local government and also the central government to make prosperity to the citizen. And why the local government is important in Indonesia, one thing that I think important is that because we have many island, we have many city, we have many provinces in Indonesia. So I think the central government will don't know so much about the condition, about the potential, and uh, not don't really know about the condition of the local government or the region. So that's why local government is important uh, to help central government make the policy that's suitable with their region. Okay, so here I would like to give you several new knowledge about the relationship between the local government and also the central government. First, I give you a example about the relationship between the central and also the regions or the local government. First, first type. This one is like a type of a relationship between central government and also the local government. First, the type is central and local relation based on the territorial deconcentration. According to the basis of territorial deconcentration, the relationship between the center and the region is not a relationship between two legal subjects. So what is the concentration? You may see the below one. The concentration is the delegation of administrative authority from a central government to the regional officials or local government. The delegation of authority is only as administrative authority. So remember, the delegation of the authority is only as administrative authority. For political authority remains in the hands of the central government. So again, the keyword for the territorial deconcentration is about the, delegation of authority, but only for the administrative authority. So for about the politics, it still remains in the central government. What example? The example is for the president delegated all powers to the governor to implement the ASEAN Games, which will held by in his region. For example, last time we know that SEA Games in Indonesia just held in Jakarta. So maybe the president just delegate the power to help the activity or to help the event on the Jakarta governor. And the other example is tax service at the tax office. Okay, so second one is about the central and local government relationship according to the basis of territorial autonomy. As you know that the basis of territorial autonomy, commonly we call it in decentralization, because the territorial autonomy is a concept which in a unitary state, the territorial autonomy unit is an independent unit within a unitary state that has the right to take legal action as a legal subject to regulate and manage government functions, which are its household affairs. In territorial autonomy, basically all state and government functions are within in the sphere of the central government, which is then distributed to the autonomous unit. So, if you still remember about the regulation and management, regulating and managing government functions by its regions, it means the decentralization. For example, the education office or education department in a region is the regulator of how the education patterns will be carried out. Okay, so the last one, it's according or the type of federal basis. Yeah, I think you know this federal basis is in United States. The central and regional relationship is the relation between two legal subjects, each of which stand independently. So because central government and federal government, the 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 differences between in the unitary states is that the high power, if we are talking in the unitary state, is on central government, but for the federal state, the higher position for the policy, I mean the high power is in federal state. The relationship between the federal units and the state varies widely. It depends on the federal system that is running, but there is one basic equation across all federal state. The relationship between federal state units is a state relationship. So not only regarding of the function of the state administration, the relationship includes the area of judicial power and the formation of the law. So again, the differences between decentralization and also the federal state is in the federal state they have, or they have the power in judicial and also the to formation of law, to formulation the law. There are also federal systems that provide things that are open and can be administered by the federal or the state. It means the concurrent power. Concurrent power is means the you know divisions of the job or of the task of the government, central government, and also the local government. I will talk a detail about the concurrent power later. Okay, so you may know about the type of the relationship between central government and also the local government. First, about the concentration territorial. Second, about the basis territorial, and third one is about the federal basis, right? So now we move on the administration or administrative relations. So if you're talking about the administrative, of course, we only have no two relationship. First is structural relationship between local and also the central government, and second one is a functional relation between central government and also the local government. So what is the structural relationship? Okay, to remember the structural relationship, you may know about the hierarchy. So that's based on the hierarchy. So in here, the definition is a structural relationship, a relationship based on the existing levels of the government. The central government is the organizer of government affairs at the national level, while the regional government is the organizer of government affairs in the respective regions. So if you see the picture, I'm sorry, it's still in Bahasa Indonesia, but this one is not really difficult. First one is president. Under president, they have a ministry, and then under ministry, they have a governor, and then both a similar position with a governor, they have representative bodies, and below of the under the governor, they have department, they have secretary, and then under the governor, they have mayor. Of course, under the mayor, they still have the department, and so on and so forth. So that's based on the hierarchy position. Which one is the higher position, and then below one? That's structural. Second one is about the functional relationship. So what is the functional? Of course, the keyword is in functions. So the functional relationship is the relationship based on the functions of each government, which influence and depend on one another. The relationship of the authority between the central and regional or local government is basically complementary to one another. So, of course, if we are talking function, the central government and also the local government must have the good relationship, good communication, good cooperation to 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 um, to run the government. And Second one, the relationship is in accordance with the vision, mission, goals, and function each government. So the thing is, the vision and mission for the local government should match with the central government. Of course, if we are talking in the mayor case, so in the mayor, of course, they their vision and mission have to match with a governor and also the president or the in the central government. And then the third one, the vision and mission of both local and also the central government have the aims being able to provide protection and space for the freedom to the regions. In a functional relationship, it also concerns all division of the task and also the authority must be carried out by the central and regional governments. Okay, so we move to the third uh, top, no, move to the next type or difference, measuring in central and also the local government. So we know about the principle of central and regional government. First, we know about the decentralization principle, as I mentioned before, right? So this definition is the principle that carry out for the transfer of authority from the center to the local government. Besides that, it also has a relationship with the transfer of power from the central to the regions. And second one, the principle of the deconcentration, it is delegation. Yeah, the keyword is about the delegation of the part of the existing government affairs and has also become the authority possessed by the central government and the governor as the representative for the central government. Again, so what are the differences between decentralization and deconcentration? Decentralization, the local government can manage and regulate their own, but of course, with the principle of the autonomy that regulate by the nation. And second one, if we are talking about the concentration, that means of course that the delegation. So the last one, the principle of co-administration, it is principle which has an assignment from the central government aimed at autonomous regional to be able to run the government as a government affairs which become the authority of the central government. So this one is the principle of the co-administration is help the central government to manage or uh, to manage the you know tasks of the central government. So actually co-administration tasks are assigned from the central government to the autonomy regions. Remember, that's assigned from the central government to the autonomy regions to carry out part of government which fall under the authority of the central government or from the provincial government to a regency, city region, carry out part of the government affairs which fall under the autonomy of the provincial regions. What is the purpose of the co-administration? So the purpose is holding an assistance task in regional development so that the limited reach to the central government apparatus can be overcome through the authority of the regional apparatus. So further explained, the task of assistant can also be interpreted as the duty of the regional government or a local government to take care of the affairs of the central government or higher government with the obligation to be accountable to those who assign it. So the central government in this case has the authority and obligation to provide the general planning, instruction, and cost. Meanwhile, more detailed planning specifically regarding to supervision of these activities is entrusted to official or in central government in the regions. Okay, so division of powers, affairs, and duties of the central government and regional governments. So actually, again, I already mentioned about the constitution. Yeah, our constitution affirms that Indonesia is a decentralization unitary state, and the president is the holder of the government power. This belief that decentralization is the right choice given the vastness of the Indonesian state, so that it is inefficient and ineffective of the government affairs are carried out by the central government alone, right? So as I mentioned before, because well, we have 542 autonomy regions consisting of 34 provinces, 415 regencies, and 93 cities, and has more than 7,000 sub-districts and more than 75,000 village. So it is impossible that the central government, only central government manage the state. So that's the point why we need the local government. So therefore, the state needs to distribute the authority in administering government affairs to the provinces or to the local government. Again, so this is implied in Article 18 in our Constitution. All right, so based on the law number 23 of 2014, the classification of government affairs consists of three functions. First, absolute government. Second, concurrent government. And the third one is about the general government affairs. So that's three function about relationship between local and also the central government. So concurrent affairs or government affairs that are divided between the central and regional or local government are divided into mandatory government affairs and optional government affairs. So there are two options, but for the mandatory, it must obey by the government by the local government, and for the optional is based on the potential or is based on the condition of the local government itself. And the administration of government affairs, there are government affairs which fully fall under the authority of the central government, now as absolute government affairs. So again, for the absolute government or the absolute authority, it's only for the central government. They have six absolute affairs. And concurrent government affairs consists of compulsory or mandatory government affairs and also the optional. So for the mandatory, they have six functions. First, each region or each local government should provide the education, health, public works and spatial planning, public housing and settlement areas, peace, public order and public protections, and social and compulsory affairs not related to the basic services. So this one, the local government affairs, and then for the absolute itself, this one, absolute is the central government area. So for the absolute affairs is a defense, security, religion, and then judiciary, and then politics, affairs, I mean the foreigner politic, and also the monetary or economics. But for the local government, they have the general government affairs and also the concurrent. Concurrent is again, there are two options. First is mandatory and also the optional. For the mandatory is, of course, the six point that I mentioned before, and then for the optional, it's based on the potential in their region. For example, in Java, because Java is and Jakarta is industrial, um, in industrial region, so maybe they will choose the industry and also the uh, entrepreneur, for example. Or if you are in Sulawesi, for example, they can choose the this one, tourism, or maybe in Kalimantan is in forestry, and so on and so forth. So the last one is other relationship. I just give you remind that first we know about the three type of relationship between central government and local government. Second one, we know about the administrative relation, which is structural and also the functional. Third one, we know about the principle of a relationship between local and also the central government. And then we also know about the three functions, uh, authority, or three functions about the relationship: absolute, concurrent, and also the general affairs. And now we try to understand about the other relationship. What are the other relationship? There are also 3 points here. First, authority relationship. There are 4 important things that become the basis of the implementation of local government. Yeah, we already talking about the delegation, flexibility in decision making, services, and certain areas. Delegation of authority is an important foundation in the implementation of the principle of decentralization. Second one is about the financial relationship, because the central government has financial relationship with the regions to finance the administration of the government affairs assigned and or assigned to the regions. The financial relationship between the central and local government greatly determines the independence of the autonomy. However, the problem is the limited amount of money owned by region in the implementation of regional autonomy. And the last one is about the human resource relation. Of course, it's about the, if you still remember about the ASN, state civil apparatus, yeah, because local government cannot make or um, help the selection of the state civil apparatus. So that's why this relationship is very important um, to to get the best human resource based on the necessary, or based on the local government needed. All right, so last one about the discussion. I hope you can answer two questions here. You just give the example of each relationship between central and local government, And then second one, based on each region, give example of optional concurrent authority that applied by the local government in accordance with the condition of the potential in your area or in your regions. So again, because what is the example of the each relationship? Because we know much more about the type, right? So first, you should give the example for the three relationship between central government and local government. First, you should give the example of the territorial deconcentration. I already give you example, but you have to choose another example. And then second one is basis of territorial autonomy. You should also give the other example. And then federal basis, you should put one example. Second one is about the administrative relation. You should take one example for the structural relationship and also the take one for the functional relationship. And about the principle, yeah, what are the example of the decentralization, deconcentration, and co-administration? And yeah, about the concurrent here, based on your region, based on your city, which one is be the become the concurrent authority or concurrent affairs. So you may pick one or two. It's up to you based on your region or city condition of your city. And then yeah, just give the explanation why your region. Just take for example tourism, or maybe forestry, or maybe industrial, because blah 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 blah. Just give a brief explanation. And last one, other relationship, you have to give the example about the authority relationship, and also the financial relationship, and the last one, human resource relationship. That's all for your discussion. I hope you understand what I delivered. And then again, if you still have any question, just let me know. And then if you need some discussion with me, please just just contact me. And then I hope you are doing good until now, and then just keep your spirit to take this course. Yeah, because you know we only have this one is 11 meetings, so we only have 5 meeting more, including the exam. So please pay attention for that. And I hope you all still healthy, and then yeah, God bless you. So thank you so much for your attention, and then just listening these materials, explanations. So thank you so much, and see you in other video. Bye bye.